Hello everyone, the weather forecasters promised us a very pleasant day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kickoff with their respective league seasons about to get underway. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium, Derek. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season and what it might bring. It's been a long wait, but hopefully we get a great game to kick their campaigns off.
And this is how the hosts will begin the game today.
Well, although we have it down as a 4-5-1, it's actually more likely to be a 4-2-3-1. They play with two holding midfield players, a number 10 and two wingers. The system has a nice balance to it.
And they kick off here. Casadei. Ontiveros. And Rivero has it now. Excellent ball over the top. Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
Who can they pick out? Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. Oh, that's a fine pass. Foiling them effectively. Crisp tackling. Well, the fans have been wondering how this might go. It is his debut game. Stuart, what should we be looking for from him today?
Oh, Derek, this is a big moment here.
And a goal right off the bat. No wonder they're jumping for joy.
Well, as you'll see, it's not a good pass out from the back. It's on the wrong side of the player he's trying to pass it to. It's intercepted, and it's a good finish. Yes, of course it is, but it's not good defending all round.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Ojeda. Well, they need to get tighter. Enrique. Ball's gone. Ramos. Ontiveros. Good bit of pressing. Moving it forward. And can he find someone at the far post? Well, it wasn't quite as good as it looked when it left the boot. Ojeda. Happy to take on the shot. Oh, fine stop. Casadei. Guerrero. Schmidt. Rivero on the ball. Well, they're quite content to knock it around inside their own half. Ontiveros. Read it magnificently and intercepted. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. Electing to cross into the centre. And a struggle to get it away properly. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Well, not the best clearance. And in the end, no damage done. He's enjoying space. And a chance to whip it in here. Cuts it back. Oh, it's in! A two-goal cushion now. And the lead fully merited.
Well, here's the replay. He's done really well to get his head up and pick somebody out with that cutback. And the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
Well, a second goal for them here. Rivero on the ball. And giving it away. Now can they counter clinically? Well, it fizzled out.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have really dictated the play. And that's been because of their ability to win the ball back so quickly. Their pressing has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic performance up to now.
Excellent vision. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. And a goal! Not over just yet.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
So there we have it, 2-1. Spraying passes around, almost waiting for the opposition to make a mistake. Schmidt. Well, half-time coming up shortly, and the home side on top. Stuart, interested to get your critique.
Well, it's been a good watch so far. Both sides have tried to play on the front foot, but they do look more threatening in the attacking areas. And in my view, they deserve to be in front.
Sergei Enric. Crossing opportunity. And a crucial intervention inside the box. Opportunity in the wide area. Cross fired over. Well, far too much on that particular cross. And a no-nonsense clearance. Chance to play it in. Well, he read that brilliantly at the back. It looks promising. It's still alive. And second time around he scores. But the keeper left to wonder what his defenders were doing.
Well, here it is again, and I feel a bit sorry for the goalkeeper because he makes a very good save to start with. Where are his defenders following in? It's the attackers that get there first, and it's a very good finish.
So back underway, dead level, 2-2. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. That is that for the first half here. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Ontiveros. And Rivero has it now. Salazar. And the emphasis is on creativity. But nothing comes of it. And they will be awarded a free kick for that. Well, far from textbook defending, but the danger averted for now. Well, transfer speculation is all part of football, and there's been quite a lot of speculation on this front, but the deal has now been confirmed, Stuart.
Well, he's a great talent. Hopefully this move will see him play at his best week in, week out. It's a really good move for everybody.
Promising possession, this. And it still could be dangerous. Threat over for now, it seems. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Able to skip past his man. Keeper getting the touch. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in.
Well, the keeper's made a good save, but you just sense a goal is coming soon.
Well, a touch off the defender last of all, so a corner. Favouring the short one. Ojeda. Will it happen for them? Just knocking it around, looking to carve out a chance. Well, possibilities inside the box. And you don't want to lose possession there. Really vital interception. Can he convert? No way through. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. In with a chance. There's still danger here. Well, a time for composure on the ball.
Well, you can't argue with those stats, can you? They've had good chances at both ends. The game is being played with great intensity, and it's been a pleasure to watch.
Chance to cross. Still passing it around with authority. And a good take under duress there.
Well, time's running out, but these fans are driving their team on here.
Into the final 20 minutes. Enrique. A real opening now. Oh, there it is! Incredible! How about this for guts and courage? Can they see this out now?
Well, here it is, 1v1 against the keeper, and the outcome was never really in doubt. He never looked like missing that.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Ramos with it. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. And back with Rivero. Casade. No, high quality defending. Sergi Enrique. And the counter looks on here, options available. Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Well, still pressing for a goal here. And the attack fades out. And a chance for him on the flank. Ontiveros. Can he make it count? And doing all he can to grab his second of the game.
Well, he's been a real live wire today, a constant threat to this back line.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Lost possession. This could square the game, and it has! Such late excitement, and no wonder they're jumping for joy as we speak.
Well, just look at this again. He's so hard to knock off the ball once he gets going. Of course the defending could be better, but that's a great individual goal.
They've really got to give credit to the entire team, because this was a bit like climbing Mount Everest. On the offensive, is there to be late excitement? But they took care of the situation defensively. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. He takes aim. Well, there is a fine goalkeeper in action.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's great goalkeeping at a very important time.
Playing it in. Relatively straightforward to mop up defensively. Opportunity to deliver the cross. What can they do from this corner? The minutes ticking away in this game. And over it comes. Now the attack fizzled out. Could be! And a fantastic diving save. And there's the delivery. Not all that convincing defensively. And the final whistle at the end of the game. The two sides cannot be separated. But what will the home fans be feeling about what they've put into the game?
Well, Derek, it's always good to get the first game out the way, and some of those players certainly look tired towards the end of the game. But I think the coach will be quite content with the draw.
Well, really no complaints whatsoever about his performance in this game, Stuart.
Well, what a good performance that was. He was absolutely outstanding. He had a real impact on the result here.
Welcome on a wet night for all concerned. It's been raining cats and dogs here. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and my partner, ready to bring you all the analysis and technical talk, is Stuart Robson. And on this day, the 5th of November, we hope to be able to bring you illuminating football action. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Well, thanks, Derek. I noticed you didn't give a penny for the guy. Let's hope the players are a bit more generous with their entertainment out on the pitch.
Never accuse me of being frugal, Stuart. This is how it looks for the home side.
Well, it's a defensive lineup, that's for sure. But their wing-backs and at least one of their midfield players will need to break forward when they regain possession, just to give them a threat going forward.
This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre-forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
And the contest begins. Can they take advantage? And he takes on the shot. Able to get a body in the way. Well, moving the ball impressively here. Well, that's the end of that move for now. Well, for the visitors, an awful lot they need to do better in terms of scoring goals. Look at that record, Stuart. Not a pretty sight.
Well, too many passes go sideways and backwards, and unless they continue to play more forward passes, their struggles in front of goal will continue.
And the referee sees that as a foul. Free kick given. Well, they have it again. Untidy on the ball. Crespo. And snuffing out the danger. Through here. Absolutely spot on with that challenge. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. Deflected behind, corner forthcoming. Delivering it. Is he able to dispatch it? Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, here it is again, and you have to say it's the perfect delivery into the danger area. But I think the keeper has made a mistake there. While it's a decent finish, it should go in at that near post.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Strong but fair tackle. Rivero on the ball. Ontiveros. He's got the right idea with that pass. And the keeper has denied him.
Well, I've got to say, Derek, he was always in control of that situation. Brilliant stuff.
Who can they pick out? Just the clearance that was needed. He takes aim. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. Over it comes. Terrific block. And they do like to press whenever they can. Good pressure high up the pitch. Perfect tackle. Oh, he's lost possession of the ball. Well, visionary passing, and they could do damage. Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
So the corner played into the box. Another corner conceded. What can they do with this one? And he's fired over the corner. And the referee blows for a foul. Pressing high to win the ball. Opportunity here. Oh, really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that's such a good save, isn't it? How did he keep that one out?
Great opportunity. Well, nothing comes of it. And he read it well, intercepting it. Oh, great play. Well, he could really get at the opposition. And the keeper in position to grab hold of it.
Well, there it is. The visitors have completely dominated the game.
And a fine stop. Howard. Ontiveros. Is it going to be? And a goal it is! They lead by 2 now. Fully deserved.
Well, let's have another look, because this is a goal they have thoroughly deserved. They've played really well so far.
So 2-0 now. And the referee sees that as a foul. Free kick given. And taking it away. Well, half-time almost upon us, and playing away from home isn't bothering them in the slightest. Stuart, how about your take?
Well, from an attacking point of view, it's been a very good performance. I've really liked the way they've got the ball from back to front, then how the forwards have got away from their markers.
The chance is on, Stuart. Can they cover up? And at the second time of asking, it's a goal. The keeper, meanwhile, looks to the heavens.
Well, when you look at this again, there's two things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Crespo now. In the right place to cut out the pass. And the counter looks on here. Options available. And they took care of the situation defensively. Casade. Crespo. It's opening up for them. So there goes the half-time whistle. It is an acceptable scoreline from the point of view of the visitors. They find themselves on top, Stuart.
Well, we wondered where the goals would come from, but in that first half they've been excellent. They've played around pressure, they've been good in the wide areas, and the forwards have looked so dangerous.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Guerrero. Casade.
Well, at the moment, they just can't get near the ball, and you can fully understand the crowd's reaction. They expect much more from their team.
And given the defender's touch, the referee says corner. Played over. Well, the corner too close to the goalkeeper that time. And they need to get tighter. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Went in strongly to win the ball. Teammate in support. Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. Time for a change then. They might be able to get in now. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Guruseta. Embalo. Oh, showing excellent vision. What an important piece of defending. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Embalo. He read the situation defensively and did his job. 30 minutes to go then. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Getting forward. Oh, big opportunity. It was an excellent example of how to break at pace.
Well, that's counter-attacking football at its best. They switch on so quickly when they win the ball back. It deserved a goal.
And they will make the change now. Alert defending. Embalo. Wonderfully weighted pass. San Jose. How simple for the keeper.
Well, there you have it. The away team have had so much of the possession, and they've made good use of it. They really have played some good attacking football, and they look like scoring more.
Mikel San Jose. Lopez. Could play it in. And a throw-in it's going to be. Lopez. Decent cross, but nobody in the vicinity. Cross fired over. And clears his lines. Could be a chance to break here. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? Well, it peters out, but they still might be able to do something. It's opening up for them. And a good-looking ball. Attending to his defensive chores. And Rivero has it now. Will it be? Goalkeeper getting in the way. Superb save. So the corner played into the box. Well, clattered away. Rivero. Can he take the chance? That is a tackle and a half. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Excellent vision. How about the cross? Well, that's the kind of play you want from your defender. Corner kick forthcoming. Who can he pick out? Well, he was under a bit of pressure, but he'll feel he should have done a bit better with the header. It is a decent-looking attack here. Rivero on the ball. Thumped clear. Good looking ball. A glorious chance. And touched onto the frame of the goal. And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. Well, he knows he's on his last warning after that one.
Well, I don't think it warranted a yellow card. He made a genuine attempt to play the ball there.
And a fine tackle. Peña. He's got the right idea with that pass. And he might be in here. Another goal! The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 3 extra minutes. And dispossessed. Ontiveros. And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
Well, we talked about their struggles in front of goal, but today they were excellent going forward. There was a real zip about their passing, and the movement of the ball was just as good. That was so much better.
Hi everyone, it is an absolutely splendid day for football and we're looking forward to the game. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is live action from La Liga Smart Bank. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
The initial 11 today for the hosts.
Well, they're starting with an attacking 4-5-1 formation with 3 players in advance of 2 holding midfielders. But it's important that the wide players come in field to join the centre forward at the right time.
And introducing the visitors lineup today.
Well, it's the basic 4-4-2 formation, but played well it can be really effective. And key to its success are the wide midfield players. They have to be fit, they need to be able to run with the ball, and they need to double up with their fullbacks. It's a really tough role for them.
Salazar. Ontiveros. Will he find the net? An early goal. It is the ideal opening.
Well, here it is again. The build-up is so patient. They're just waiting to play that killer pass at the right time. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. And very deftly cut out. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Matos. Just cutting off the supply. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Well, that is how to play advantage. Well, far from the most accurate pass you're likely to see. Throw in to come. Schmidt. On the ball, Ramos. Ontiveros. And back with Rivero. And Rivero has it now. Moving it forward. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. It is to be a throw-in. Cordoba. An attack full of promise. Cross could be useful. Well, sadly, a bit of a tame effort, that one, and far too close to the goalkeeper. Ontiveros. Just failing to hit the target with his pass, and it'll be a throw-in. Matos. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Can he put it away? And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. 2 in front here.
Well, as we see it again, he was never going to miss that, was he? That's a really simple finish in the end.
So 2-0 now. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet. But quick thinking defensively. Intense pressure. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Real chance. Oh, a superb save. Excellent challenge. Can he find the net? And no way through. Corner kick played in. Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
He's driven in the corner. Well, no end product. Rivero. Is it going to be? Brilliant save. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have had most of the ball. They've passed it well, their movement's been good, and they've been well worth their lead. Could get even better here.
Ramos now. Happy just to retain the ball in their own half and draw out the opposition. And back with Rivero. Superb defensive judgment to end the attack. But he could run onto it here. Promising sequence. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? Well, not to be in terms of the counter-attack. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Salazar. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Can they take advantage? And so it is, the first half story has been written. Well, we're high. The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Rivero. Schmidt. Ontiveros. Has eyes for goal! Well, just a whisker wide of the post. Not a bad effort at all. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet. And the referee's verdict is penalty kick. Well, some might say he's been fortunate to avoid being shown the card.
Well, I like that from the referee. Just because it's a penalty doesn't mean it's a yellow card. I think he's got it right.
This to get back into it. And the spot kick is converted as coolly as you like.
Well, this is a brilliant strike, as you can see. He hits it with so much power. The keeper had no chance. Fantastic finish.
So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. Well, keeping hold of the ball is what it's all about for them. And back with Rivero. Ontiveros. Casade. Keeping the ball moving. And just like that, they don't have the ball anymore. Valcarce. Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. And the counter-attack is on, options available. Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. Foul there, free kick awarded. Well, we're into the final half hour. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Can they convert? Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
Playing it in. No two ways about it. A wild one. Wild attempt.
Well, it's so hard to get this right, and he just couldn't adjust his body quickly enough.
Ernesto. And scope for them to produce something exciting. And foul it is then. Well, he knows he's on his last warning after that one.
Well, I don't think it warranted a yellow card. He made a genuine attempt to play the ball there.
Well, very effective goalkeeping to touch it over. Corner kick forthcoming. And over it comes. Just far too close to the goalkeeper. A really effective shielding under pressure. And a good-looking ball. Surely! Well, he had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. So making the substitution now. Can someone get on the end of this? Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Real defensive resilience. Firing it in. Easy save. Matos. Wants to attack from the wide areas. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing it. Just made sure nothing came of that. Well, that's how to do it, inside your own penalty area. Well, it's almost over, but not quite. The fans still with a bit of nail-biting to do, Stuart.
Well, they should have had this wrapped up long ago. Some of their football has been excellent, but they're going to need to be resilient in these final few minutes to get their much-deserved victory.
Ontiveros. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Opportunity it is. Oh, denied by the keeper.
Well, what more can you say? That's goalkeeping at its very best.
Trying to pick out a teammate. Oh, a very fine header and a super header. It looked as though it might be going in.
Well, that save has just about kept them in this. But they need to create chances of their own, and quickly, if they're to get a result here.
And that'll be offside. They're showing a willingness to attack, as they must, given the circumstances. Time running out. Well, let's see about the cross. No-nonsense clearance. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Well, it fizzled out. And attempting the through ball. Well, the post got in the way. And he's beaten him here. Pretty comfortable piece of defending.
Well, if they hold on to this, the keeper will be thanking the frame of his goal. Not long left now.
Losing possession. Can he take the chance? Could be. How about this for drama? All even once more. Astonishing.
Just look at this again. The combination play in the top third of the field was so precise. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, back underway here, and they've split the 4 goals between them so far. Can they grab the lead late on? Must take the lead here, and they do! And with so little time left, that will surely be decisive. Astonishing drama.
Well, it's a goal you'd expect him to score, but he kept his cool and he put it away nicely. He'll be happy with that.
And there goes the final whistle, and the home fans are going to be happy about this outcome.
Yes, Derek, there wasn't much in it, to be honest. Really competitive game with chances at both ends, but they probably just about edged it overall and deserved the result in the end.
Well, we're highlighting him for a reason, Stuart. He's put in a really authoritative performance here.
Well, of course, his finishing could have been better today, but he scored one and made a lot of chances for himself. I thought he was outstanding.
The man of the moment. 3 goals in his last 3 games. Will he be hard to stop again? Stay with us on EA TV. Hello, a warm welcome, and I must say it's always a treat when our travels bring us to this part of Spain, the Basque region, our venue, the Estadio de Anoeta. My name is Derek Ray, and my commentary partner on this occasion is Stuart Robson. And what we're getting ready to bring you is live action from the Segunda División. Stuart, tell us about your pre-match thoughts.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got 2 good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
This is the lineup for the home team.
Well, it can be seen as a very defensive shape, but if they have good athletes in midfield, which they have, who are ready to break forward as soon as possession is won, they can still pose a big threat today.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors.
Well, on paper, they look a very balanced team. But the 3 advanced midfielders must at times make runs beyond the centre-forward. Otherwise, they might just lack a bit of penetration.
And the match is underway. Well, space for them here. Options in the centre. A cross lacking guile and accuracy. And the flag does go up. Must have been close. Ontiveros. Casade. Well, as we glance at the table, it really is shaping up to be a captivating season, highly competitive, especially at the summit.
Well, what a great
Oh, it's developing nicely for them here. And there it is, the opening goal, the ideal way to start.
Well, he wasn't going to waste this chance. 1v1 against the keeper, and he slots it away with great confidence. That's a good finish.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Well, he could really get at the opposition, but nothing comes of it. And back with Rivero. Rivero on the ball. Well, it was almost the ideal pass, but out of play it goes. Promising sequence. You can sense the threat is there. Oh, a perfectly timed pass. Defensive excellence there. Crespo has it. Casade. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Well, he has the measure of his opponent. Well, they want that equaliser, but their passing remains smooth. Well, possibilities inside the box. Oh dear, opportunity squandered, Stuart.
Well, what a chance that was for the equaliser. You don't get too many better than that.
And back with Rivero. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. It's in. They're looking really relaxed and confident and not giving the opposition much of a look in.
Well, here it is again, and credit to the goal scorer, but you have to ask questions of the keeper. He's got to have that near post covered for me. No wonder he's frustrated with himself.
So 2-0 now. And he takes it away. And the pass could do damage. And he might be in here. Oh, he saved it.
Well, excellent from the keeper. That's a really top-class save.
Can someone get on the end of this? In it goes! A 3-goal cushion, and you truly sense it's a matter of how many.
Well, here it is again. It's a well-delivered ball into the box, but just look at the space he has. He doesn't even have to jump. Of course it's a good finish, but the marking is woeful.
This is looking rather comfortable for them. 3-0. Could be threatening. And the keeper throws himself at the ball. Corner kick played in. Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate. Well, as those stats tell us, their attacking play today has been exceptional. Defenders have come out at the right time, the midfielder completely dominated the game, and the front player's movement has been excellent.
And play halted, free kick given. Well, he might have been tempted to caution him, but didn't, Stuart.
Yeah, and I like that from the referee. It's not a yellow card for me.
And the danger's still on. Well, just the tackle that was needed. Now a decent position. Can they convert? Well, somehow the goalkeeper got to it. He's driven in the corner. Last man back and job done. I just missed that little bit of attacking spark. Goalkeeper's ball. And back with Ribeiro. Ontiveros. Oh, he's through here. In it goes! Such a complete performance. 4 in front now.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, you've got to say, an incredible first-half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to know. Cross blocked. Clearing the lines, and so it will be a corner now. Playing it in. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? They've regained possession. The first half here comes to an end. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Ontiveros. Casade. Ontiveros.
Well, just listen to this reaction. They're affording their opponents far too much time on the ball. They have to press higher up the pitch.
That's how to rob them of possession. The high press was very much on. Cutting the ball back. Able to get a body in the way. Well, no let up, plenty of pressure. And they will make the change now. Good technique displayed, but a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Can they keep it going? And that will be a corner. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Can someone get on the end of this? Not away completely. Good-looking sequence. He cuts it back. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
Well, here's the replay. He's done well to get his head up, pick out a teammate, and the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. And into the last 30 minutes now. A move of promise on the flank. Played into the box. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. And I think the threat has been averted. Casade. Read it well. Crespo now. Well, that is how to play advantage. And a fantastic diving save. Well, he's gone back and shown him a yellow card, Stuart.
Well, that was a poor challenge. The referee wasn't going to... forget that, was he?
Who's going to get on the end of it? Not the result from the set piece they were looking for. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Opportunity it is. It has to be, surely. Well, fantastic reflex action. Salazar. Ontiveros. In position. And still danger here. And the keeper was finally able to claim it.
Well, what a great piece of goalkeeping. Firstly the save, and then the recovery. Brilliant from him.
Well, they couldn't keep possession. He's in with a chance. Well, he had the chance. He went for power. He might be regretting that now.
Well, he got his angles all wrong there. That's a poor miss.
Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. He made it look simple, really. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. And tossing through. And the keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger.
Well, I still can't believe that didn't go in, Derek. It's a fantastic stop from the keeper, you have to say.
And a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow. Can he take the chance? And begging to be put away. And he finds the net. He could hardly miss.
Well, let's take another look. Yeah, he won't get an easier finish than that. The defending was all over the place, though.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Casade. Ontiveros. Now a decent position. That's a nice looking ball. Well, he failed to get it away properly. And in the end, no damage done. It's with Mosquera. Bad challenge, and now it's up to the referee in terms of what to do next. Well, deemed to have been a cautionable offence.
Well, no question about it. He deserved his booking there.
And he's clear as lines. Brilliant piece of skill. Now can they counter clinically? Happy to take on the shot. Oh, a goal! He's going to be rightly proud of that moment. Sensational!
Well, let's take another look at this, because the Maradona turn to beat his marker is brilliant. He just leaves his man for dead and opens up the space to finish. What a great goal that was.
Well, it's been such a one-sided game. You just wonder how many more they could add. Really bright-looking attack. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. Getting forward. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, they were the better team all over the pitch. We saw good individual performances. We saw an attack which was always threatening, and they played really well. What a performance that was today.
Well, Stuart, he really has had a lot to say for himself out on the pitch.
Well, I have to say, that was impressive. Not just his goals, but his all-round play. He was excellent.